Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Ryan. Today we're going to be diving into a holiday pour. We'll be getting into the spirit of things, so to speak. So every Christmas, every holiday season, around the end of the year, there's a number of limited time releases that start to hit the shelves that are kind of holiday themed. And I got to say a big thank you to Jeff Fortier who sent me a sample of, from Lucky 7. They do a holiday toast, which is a double-barreled product. There's no age statement on it, but this is a bourbon sourced from Kentucky. It's not disclosed. But it's sourced from Kentucky, probably Bardstown. There's a decent chance that it's Bardstown. It's 115 proof, but they rebarrel it into a toasted barrel, and the idea is that they're going for a specific sort of flavor profile that's reminiscent of the holidays. So a lot of people tend to get things like cinnamon and nutmeg and holiday spices off of this pour, which is exactly what they're trying to accomplish. So I figured, hey, we'll try this and we'll see if they hit the mark. And I started to see listings for this as well. So even though this limited release goes back a few years now, this is something that they still continue to do. There we go. Thanks again, Jeff, for your generosity, my friend. First thing I'm noting is definitely the color. It's got a great dark walnut color to it, maybe even more pecan sort of a color to it. 115 proof. Semi-viscous, I would say. Semi-viscous. No thick drips or anything like that, but a nice little thin layer of film around the glass when you roll it a bit. The MSRP for this bottle is around $80. I think it started out at $75, but most of the time when I see Lucky 7 products like this, they're usually around that $80 price point, which isn't bad. On the nose, I get brown sugar. This great sort of toasted marshmallow note as well. Maybe even a little buttercream frosting. I'm not actually getting a lot of things like cinnamon and nutmeg like I expected to. But the notes I am getting are quite nice. Let's try it. I get that brown sugar and caramel sweetness up front, but then it quickly transitions into some of those more spicy notes. I do get some cinnamon. A little bit of that heat from the ethanol. And I want to say kind of like it could be a little on the nose, but this like sort of a gingerbready kind of a note. But that finish really hangs out on that toasted marshmallow note and some heavy oak. And I think that's my favorite part of the sip actually, is that finish. That oak and toasted marshmallow. We'll do a second sip to verify. Yep, sweet into spice, cinnamon, gingerbread. And that finish, lots of oak, toasted marshmallow sweetness. Yeah, that's pretty tasty. Yeah, I think that finish is my favorite part about that sip. But I do kind of wish I had more of those like nutmeggy kind of notes and clove somewhere in the sip to really make me jump to a holiday sort of a vibe. I think if I didn't know that this was specifically designed to be a holiday pour, I might not guess that it was. You know what I mean? I might actually think more like autumn flavors. I tend to associate toasted marshmallow and toasted oak. I tend to think of like campfires in the fall where me and the kids, we sit around and we got one of those like solo stoves this year actually, so we did that a lot. A lot of time spent, and I liked that it was portable. Like we do it in the backyard if it was just us, and maybe the neighbors would see us and they'd hop over the fence and bring a drink over. But then sometimes we'd actually take it out into the front and put it in the driveway, and we'd sit out there around the fire, we'd toast marshmallows, and our neighborhood's like really active. So anybody who's like taking a walk, they would kind of come in, we'd have drinks available, and they'd just sit down. We had lots of chairs set out, so anyone passing by would just kind of wander in, plop a seat, and chat a little bit. We'd toast marshmallows, and I'd have a couple of whiskeys out for people who were taking a walk, wanted to stop in for a dram. Yeah, we've got a great neighborhood like that. But that's sort of that's where my mind goes with this pour. I think of autumn fires, I think of camaraderie and friendship, and a pour around a brisk evening fire and toasting those marshmallows, and all the kids in the neighborhood came to associate our house with toasted marshmallows, which is not a bad reputation to have, right? Yeah, I think it's actually a really good drink. But is it a Christmas drink? Is it a holiday drink? I don't know. All in all, per my scale, I think I would give that we'll do a 7.1, because I really like the flavors, but I'm not sure they executed on the holiday theme quite as well as maybe they had hoped to. But it was pretty good. Yeah, I like that a lot. And $75 to $80 price point for that is really not too bad either. But when I consider that the Jack Daniel's special release twice barreled, toasted barrel rye is around that same price point, not in a million years would I pick this over the JD, but it's still really good. I was about to do my sign off, and then I was like, you know what? I kind of get pecan pie on that nose. Now that I go back in, I'm a little more acclimated to it. And I do love pecan pie. Hey, thanks everybody for stopping by the video today. I appreciate you. If you enjoy your time here, maybe this isn't your first video that you've checked out on the channel, maybe it's your second or your third. Hey, maybe would you consider kick your shoes off, take your coat off, stay a while. Hit the subscribe button. We'd love to see you around here more often. Make sure you get into our Discord. We like to chat whiskey there and just have some fun camaraderie and conversation in there. So we'd love to see you there as well. The link to that is in the description. And feel free to check out the Patreon group as well. Sometimes we do some cool stuff with the Patreon. And I do have, it's not going to be like soon, because this whole process takes some time. But it looks like we're going to be doing our first like barrel pick as well. And the Patreons will get the first link to the listing, and we'll get first dibs on those bottles after I do a pick, which I'm really excited about. So feel free to check that in the description as well. I think the like lowest tier is just $1, just $1. So that's pretty cool, and it helps fund the bottles that I pick up for the channel every month. Cheers, my friends! May you live richly and get better with age. Hey, be warm and well fed, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye bye.